Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Parkitect, shall we? Pick it up where we left off with our complete beginner's guide here, and we're going to start the next little campaign node at Chanute Airfield. So this one says a small airfield has been abandoned, and now its land has become available for use. This looks like an ideal spot for an amusement park, if you can work with the limited space. The old airport structures are landmarks and need to be preserved, which means you can't take them down. So the objectives here are pretty simple. 250 guests in the park, and we have optional objectives of sell 400 park tickets, and we need to do all of that by year 2. Remember, the optional stuff is only if you want the rewards of the gold medals or whatever. I'm going to click on this and click start. So immediately, here we are, and I'm going to close the park window, and I'm going to pause the game, select auto day and night, and I'm going to zoom out. One of the things I always like to do when I start a new campaign is just look at the scenario's boundaries. So they said it was a small space, and it's indeed small. All we have to work with is this airstrip right here. And there's a lot of space, like left to right, but it's very narrow. But ultimately, it's actually okay. So here's where the guests are going to come in through this building. And there is a bit of a path already built with some benches in the middle. And then here is our depot over here, the main depot where the supplies come in, and a staff path that's already built. One thing you also want to look at, if there's all these decorations here, is you can push on the visualizers. You can select hide scenery, and then the buildings will go away, and then underneath you can immediately see, oh, there's the depot as we know it. It's just living under there. And then also you could see the gate for the park here. It's just hidden a bit by the building itself. So you can always use these if you want to, hide the attractions or hide the paths or just look at the underground, for example. Okay, so now we know where stuff is. And the other major element of starting a new scenario in the campaign mode is that you're going to have different things available to you to build. So if I click, for example, on shops, you can see, as opposed to the previous scenario, I have 12 different options here, which is cool. Then you can see if I go to rides, for example, I have some different rides that are available than previously, and I can actually build, instead of just the spinning coaster, I've got Junior Coaster, Mini Coaster, and Wild Mouse Coaster. So we've got some other options there. Great. So just like before, the game is paused, and before I launch into it, I'm going to build all of the staff stuff, and I'm going to build all of our shops and get those hidden so that the facilities are maintained and managed. Then we're going to go into rides. Now, it's worth noting we start out with $22,000, so that's a pretty good amount. And I don't want to spend all of it, but I also want to spend enough so that we can accomplish these goals quickly and try to get both gold medals. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to click on actually, let's go to Park Utilities and build a staff room. I'm just going to build it right over here. And I'm going to make sure the door is right along there. Great. Then these are the runway strips, and I believe that you cannot, let me see, I'm not remembering correctly if you can build the path over them or not. So I'm just going to extend this path. Now you might be curious, like, well, what path do they have that's that color? If we build sidewalk slabs, this gray is actually much darker than it appears on the map. And that's what it is. It's sidewalk slabs 2x2. So good. So what I'd like to do is build some shops and build a lot of shops. I'm going to rotate these so they're facing. And let's just pretend we're going to bring the path right along on this gray path that's already here. And so I'm going to build the shops starting right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build them a little bit closer. The closer we build them to the depot, the less space the haulers have to walk. So that's good. All right, we built a balloon shop. We're going to build a burger shop. We're going to build a cotton candy shop. And these are all just to give people ways to not only eat and drink, but spend money. And we're going to, yep, who wants some coffee? And then let's get some sodas. We'll get these right over here. That's actually fine. Both drinks next to each other. Okay. And yeah. And then finally we'll have a little donut shop there. And I'm going to put in a toilet over here. Fantastic. Now, I spent a bunch of money building all of these shops, but I'm happy. Now, the info kiosk and the cash machine, I'm actually going to put in a different place. And a vending machine, I might not actually build. It's not as good as one of these shops, but we can build them if we want. All right, so let me start mapping this in a little bit. I'm going to go to path, and I'm going to go to employee path. And we need to connect all of these like this. So we can actually just kind of build employee path all the way back here so that every single one of these buildings is being accessed by employee pathing. There. Looks great. And we need the employee path to also go all the way out here to the main path so that the employees can get into the park if need be, like the mechanics and the entertainers and stuff like that. Okay, so now we have the employee path set to service these buildings, and we have a staff room built. It's time to hire the staff. I'm going to click on staff management and see if they've given us any. So this time around, as opposed to the last time, they gave us none. So we're going to go with our model of 1 janitor, 2 haulers, 1 mechanic, 1 security guard, and 1 entertainer. And I'm going to make this entertainer a robot because we're at the airfield, and I don't know, that seems fun. All right, so now we have the staff hired. I'm going to then select path, and I want to just kind of use regular path and bring it over here so that all of these buildings are getting the benefit of the path. Now, you don't have to do this, but they already kind of created the path to be double wide, so I'm going to just keep up with that. And yes, as you can see, you can build right over these. I think the confusion for me the first time I played this was I sometimes would at a glance look at these old airstrips and think that they were paths, but they aren't. They're just part of the scenery. Okay, so now that's there, but let's incorporate the toilet into this as well. Perfect. All right, so now I have some paths, and this gives me the final bit of information I want for my shops. I'm going to build an info kiosk right here. Now, the info kiosk is a little bit different than a shop. It doesn't need to be serviced, but you can see people can actually come to it from any side. So I'm going to put it right here, and then I'm just going to build my path all the way around it so that people can come here and get information. And then additionally, I'm going to go boop, boop, boop like this with the path, and I'm going to go to the shop, and I'm going to drop in a cash machine right here. So now people can get to this cash machine from any side and the info. So they come in, they can get information about the park, and they can get some ATMs. So this gives people a map, make money on that, and I always like to have it as well as the cash machine so people have money to spend. Seems great. Now, we haven't really talked about this much as a deep dive, but you can, for example, click on this and you can go over to the tasks or the satisfaction, and some of these buildings you can actually alter the rate at which they receive service or demand service if you need it. But I'm okay with these base settings for this stuff at the moment. You can also raise the price on the donuts if you want, but let's just see how people feel about the price first. I min-max price much more on rides than with my shops personally. Okay, speaking of that, let me just quickly go to park info, and we're going to make this park free to enter just like before, 0. Now, we have some stuff set up, but of course, nobody wants to see all of this staff, and we need to block it. So I'm going to go to Deco, and I'm going to go down to the bottom of, here we go, structures, and I'm going to go to walls, and I'm going to build some walls, and you could see that they have this hanger with like corrugated steel. So I'm actually going to pipette and just copy this, or copy the look of it. So I'm going to build a wall here and a wall here that kind of looks like that. And then I'm going to push pipette, and I'm going to copy this and just make this sort of look like another hanger or a bigger hanger. Rotate. I don't care how weird it looks necessarily from the outside, but for the guests, it can look sort of like a little hanger. Alright, so I need a flat wall. Let me rotate this around. Here we go. And I'm just going to push F4, bring up Deco, and I'm going to pipette this. And it's the easiest way to kind of like just match the style that they already have. And I'm going to rotate this. Okay, looking good. All right, now what I'm going to do is actually pipette these windows and just put the windows up high. And I'm going to build windows across here to make it kind of look like these shops are inside the hangar. And even back here, perfect. Put that wall there. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to pipette this roof and put a roof over all of this. Remember, you don't have to worry about supports or collapse or anything. And this is expensive, but it's kind of fun. It looks like it. Now, you could extend the building itself to make this match up. Like, you could pretend that this was like an irregular hangar, you know, if you wanted to. I'm just sort of copying the aesthetic, but not too worried that... There we go. It doesn't look perfect. There. That looks okay. Now, the one thing I want is, though, what is this doorway piece that they have? They have a roof slope like this? Ah, I see. They've built it like this so they could sneak in a little door. I'm actually going to right-click on this so I can just grab that door really fast and just take their designs. That's what they did. And then I will pipette this and just put that back. Rotate spacebar there. We could even put in some pieces. If I go over to decorations and I grab something like, you know, this. And nah, that maybe doesn't quite cover it. So let me see what else we got. I know, I gotta tell you what, I'm not super concerned about it, but if you wanted to, here we go. That's almost, there it is. Perfect. Okay. This is the inverse slope. There, that looks pretty good. It's not seamless, but now we've almost got this job done. We need to continue hiding our toilet. I'm actually then just going to extend this out. Bust up those windows. There. Let me get this. Okay, tremendous. You know what we can do is we could just we don't have to have this go inward like that. I could just continue the... There. How about that? And then I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to type in door, and I want these doors again. I just feel like they add the final piece of the puzzle. There. So we have all our shops. We've hidden them. And we have a toilet. Good. Now it's time for rides. 16 grand. We have a narrow track. I'm going to try to put in the best roller coaster I can. I'm going to go to coasters. I'm going to go to this one. Actually, let's go to junior coasters. Okay. Again, these options might also be different based on the scenario. So this ride right here, for example, Excitement Incorporated, is a lot of excitement. That's 43. This is 50, but it's super expensive. Impulse. Oof. Impulse is actually great. It's not super intense, but it's a lot of excitement. Okay. Remember, it's actually kind of tricky with this narrow... Here. I'm going to put Impulse right there. I might have built Impulse before, but I still... It's so cheap for the excitement value that this will be a good way to get people in. Alright, so now we have the coaster, but you can see this is the entrance and this is the exit. So let me just build the path and kind of go here. And this will bust up the light that we have on the ground, but that's okay. We'll give a double path just to continue. And then we need a queue. Now for this map, we can make the queue also look like a sidewalk, which is funny. Give it that gray appearance. Now watch this. It is totally fine to build under the supports and the ride itself. No one is going to... Oh, that one, it'll tell you though, right, if you can't destroy that. And you can't go there, can't go there. We go over here, can't go there. We go here. This is so funny. Look at the queue. It's going around the ride. We can't go there, but we can go here and here. And we can't go there, but we can go here. We can't go through that one. We're going to get there. No. We got to go like this. There. And then that's the queue. That's so funny. Okay. I'm actually going to wrap the queue around, though. I don't want it to hit the main path like that. I want the queue to be insane and go this way. Can I go through here? No, I can't go there because it's under the ride. But I can go here and then there. Get rid of this. There. This is the windiest queue ever because we're going underneath the ride, but I think it's funny. Okay. I like to give people a little excitement. This would never legally be allowed, but it makes me laugh. Alright, so now it's time to set the price for this ride. If the excitement is 48, we'll double that to $9.96 and divide by 10, 9.6 bucks. Let's just make it a smooth $9.50 for this ride and turn it on. Wonderful. Alright, so we have one ride and we have our hangar extended a bit. Okay, so now we need to throw in some other rides, a calm ride, and the plane carousel seems very fitting given, the nature of this park. So let me just put this right here, and we will put the entrance here. And the exit, why? Now we can't put it onto the queue. We'll put it right there. And while we're at this plane carousel, its excitement is 24. So remember, we're going to do the 1.5 method. So we'll take just half of 24, which is 12 and $3.60, and we'll just make it a smooth $3.50. And we can't quite open the ride yet because we need a queue. So we're going to just develop a queue that wraps. Oops, not that queue. This one. Amazing. And then I'm going to click on this and open it. Okay, now we have two rides. And I'm going to throw in... this car ride seems kind of fun, but do you have a pre-built that's not a bajillion dollars? Oh, these are expensive. Those are fun, but let's just do a nice simple Ferris wheel right here. Right when people come in, they can enjoy a Ferris wheel. We will put the entrance over here and the exit there. Then I'm going to take the queue and I'm telling you that it might not seem like it, but this queue, the Ferris wheel actually develops a pretty long queue. So I'm going to kind of just do this. It might not help, but we'll see. And we're going to go to the price and, well, $3.50 again for this. Oops, $3.50 even. Open it. Okay, so we have two calm rides, a coaster, and we need a couple of thrill rides. And it looks like there's a good amount of space right here across from the shops for that. So I'm just going to go into rides, and I'm going to go to thrill rides. And again, I do love the Gravitron because of its indoor capabilities. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the queue along the back, the exit there. I'm going to click on path. I'm going to go to queue. I'm just going to wrap this around right like so. And then we'll click on this guy. What's the excitement? 22? All right, so $3.30 is about right. Okay. That's two thrill rides. Or one thrill ride, rather. And let's go do another thrill ride. I kind of like this twister. I'm going to put it back here. Am I? No. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the queue here and the exit here. And we will just go ahead and extend the regular path a little bit. Oops. I'm going to have to use the repaint tool. I want this. There. There. Alright. Just keep this going that way. And then let me get the queue and drag this along like that. Okay. Then this ride is pretty exciting, almost 30. So I think $4.20 40 cents is pretty reasonable, like that. And that's 2 of every ride, and we're at $8,000. And I think that's a good place to start. We haven't built any decorations yet, but we also want to add in some benches and lights. And let me see what this actually counts as. It is a lamp, right? Yeah. So those are lights, but I'm going to go ahead and get benches first. I feel that these are more important. So we're going to put a bunch of benches throughout so that people can take breaks when they need to. Like that. Bench, bench, bench in there. All right. Looking good. Bench here, bench here. Here, here, here. Wonderful. Okay. Now, people have to walk all the way back here, but that's the queue, so no benches for them. However, there we go. All right, now we've got benches. We do need trash cans. We don't have any. So let's find a trash can that looks good for this theme park. Is this like a rocket or something? That kind of seems appropriate. And just throw these in. Make sure that everybody's got a place to throw something away if they need to. Great. And then I'm going to just push P for the pipette and drop some more of these lamps around so that at nighttime this place is looking good. I didn't really leave myself that much space for lamps here. I think what I'll do is just take out those 2 benches so we can have some light and just make sure that we have enough light. Keep people honest so they can see. There. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to open the park by unpausing the game, and we're just going to go to speed 1. Let people come on in. I believe I opened all the rides, right? Let me just double check on that. Yeah. So we might want to build one more coaster, and let's see if we can get one for cheap. What would that look like? You have one of these that's cheap. They have this. Oh, this is actually pretty exciting. Wild Mouse. Okay, great. We'll drop this in as our last ride that we're going to build. Now, you can see our path is over there. So if we drop this guy right... I'm going to put it here. We'll be able to get there. So for the queue, let me just get this. I'm going to put a queue that kind of goes around and down to here. And then we'll just put a regular path that goes all the way over here. This ride has excitement 49, and it's a nice ride. So let's just do another $9.50. We could charge more, but that seems okay. And turn it on. All right. Now we need to decorate this place, but let's check with our indicators. Decoration. Uh-oh. Time to pause. What's going on? Employee path. Oh! Haha, so funny. Well, I made this look amazing, except the employee path is quite visible. So we need to do a little bit of work there. And that's pretty easy. I'm going to push F4. I'm going to pipette this doorway. We need to put this here. Pipette these doors and put those there. And then I'm just going to pipette this wall. And we're just going to kind of conceal this entire thing from everyone everywhere. However, I'm going to do something fun with it, which is to attempt to make it look neat. And then I'm going to pipette this little wall inverse slope right there and there. Now what? Let's see this. Forgot that part. That's why you check your decoration tab, though. Great. So everything is pretty reasonable, but we can make it better. Deco. So they have this tree around, so let me put in a few of these just to kind of fit with the theme. All right, we got some trees coming in. You cannot build decorations that will hit people while they're on the ride, so drop them in as you like. Then I'm going to just go back to the deco tab, and I am going to get some props. And do we have any airplanes? Oh, we do. We got biplanes. This place needs a bunch of biplanes. I'll tell you that much. Here's one. And there's another. Oh, you're getting planes. Remember, you can, you cannot make this bigger or smaller, sadly, but that's okay. I put airplanes everywhere because this is an old airfield. So we want to get that feel. I could put one down here. And over here. But also what we can do, if we want, is we could change the color of it and we can make it red. And I like that so much that I'm going to change the color of a bunch of these. So you can use your brush, and let's just pipette that red color and then paint and click on that. So, you know, we can make a few of these planes that nice red color to vary them a bit. But we can also build some more biplanes that are a different color altogether, like some blue ones. Get rid of that tree just by right-clicking on it. There. I'm going to get rid of the color picker and the brush for now. Oh yeah, we got airplanes everywhere, people. You think you can escape them? You can't. Okay, and then I'm going to just let it run because I've spent so much money. Here we are. It's nighttime. I wish I could put some... Yeah, okay, I'm going to push F4, push pipette. I need to borrow these lamps. There's not enough light going out here for me. And we might want some benches out here too. And maybe a trash can. And maybe another light. There. There. That feels a little bit better. Great. So we have 136 guests already in. And we're losing money a bit, but we should be okay. All right, so the question is, did I spend too much money? Maybe. But we still have $2,400 left, and we can always take out a loan if things go badly. The airplanes are more expensive than you think. Some of the decorations in these games, you always have to be careful placing decorations, especially big ones, because they cost a ton. But let's just see if we can make some money back by having guests pay for rides. All right, you can see people are loving these benches. They're queued up for the roller coaster. There's not enough light back there altogether, but we'll do our best to fix that. And these shops, we only have 2 haulers. It'll take them a second. We're only in February for them to fill up. The haulers need to get there. I'm going to speed it up to number 2. Let it go. And you could see the amount of guests that we have. 160. 162. Money is starting to go up. 165. All right, 166 with this many rides. The question is, do we need to add more rides? And maybe we do to get that 200 guests. But we have space down here to do that. And eventually, hopefully, the haulers will get the balloons delivered. 170 guests. Still hovering at that $2,500 mark. And let's mouse over this to see how we're doing. Happiness is pretty low. And we could start to investigate why that is. So we can click on, guests and see, well, why? Okay. A lot of this, let me pause it, is because maybe we don't have enough toilets, but we do. It's over here. Tired. Do we not have enough benches? We seem to have a fair amount, but we could put in more. Hungry. These are going to take a second to fill up because some of these shops just didn't have anybody. But now the balloons are in stock. Everything is actually here. So people could come up and buy whatever it is that they want. And this, you can see this guy sitting down eating a burger. Somebody bought a balloon. We're up to 177 guests. While they're just kind of trickling, I'm going to look at the decoration indicator. You can see, actually, we have some... By these airplanes, these are winners. People love these planes. So the more of these we have, the better. And in fact, I'm actually going to close this. And I'm going to go to Deco. And I wish I could pick up and move. You can't really do that. But people like this airplane a lot more than they like the tree. So let's put one really, really close. And then we can go ahead and put, some trees around. There. Okay. And now we're in the green, you could see, on money. And we have 187 guests. So to get that 200 limit, let's just go ahead and click on Park Info and check goals. What we need is 250 guests. Oh, I thought we only needed 200. Whoops, we need 250. Okay, so that's going to require some reevaluation, and 400 park tickets. So my solution so far in these has been, if you want to grow your park, then you need to throw money at the problem by building rides. That's true, but you can also throw money at your problem with advertisements, and we haven't talked about this yet. So we can go to Finances, and we can go to the far right tab for Campaigns and select advertisement campaigns that we want to run. So for example, this, we can say Attraction Advertisement. You can click this drop-down box to get all sorts of different options that you can run. And they get really expensive depending on what you want to do. But if I just select So you click select attraction, and then it turns into the pipette tool, and you select a ride, and it says right here, advertising for Impulse. If I distribute flyers around town to advertise, it's going to cost $135 for that for 1 month. If I want to do bus stops, it'll be $180. And if I want to talk about it on the radio, it'll be $247. I'm going to do that. And then I click start, I spend the money, and over here you can see this campaign is running, and it's going to run for a month. And hopefully, that will boost how many people come into the park and ride that ride specifically. Now you could start to click on the rides and see if anybody has an issue with the pricing. The prices are 58%, so that's actually not good. I wonder which ride they feel is too expensive. They haven't really specifically complained about any of the rides in the comments, so hopefully it's not too bad. We're not gouging them too much. Alright, now it's raining. Oh, and you know what we never did on this map was select research. We're doing thrill rides, which is fine. So let's actually think about a thrill ride. What thrill rides can we throw in? Well, we could put in a jumper or a wipeout. Expensive. Do we want to spend money? We're at 229 guests right now. All right. Another thing we can do here is click on these shops and see how we're doing in terms of it's worth the money. So we could raise the price a little bit on soft drinks and see what would be good, you know. If we wanted to squeeze a little bit more cash out of everybody. Okay, it says Impulse advertisement ended, effectiveness 53%. So that's how successful that was. Now, another type of ad campaign you can do, and by the way, you can have multiple campaigns running. However, you cannot have multiple campaigns running for the same ride. So I'm going to select, and I'm going to say free ride voucher, and I'm going to select a ride that not as many people are queuing up for, which, well, it could be this. We're going to say a free ride voucher for Twister for 3 months, and it's going to be $100. So I'm going to use this to try to incentivize people to come to the park. We won't get money from that, but hopefully more people will come. And if you really want people to come, like you're trying to meet the requirements of the campaign, get those gold medals, then what you do is you throw a bunch of advertisements on multiple rides simultaneously, and you funnel a bunch of money into that. Just going to look at this. People are stabilizing on prices. Overall, people are happy. But the experience is not as high as we'd like it to be. So maybe we need more immersion. We need more fun. We can do that. We can do fun and immersion, I think. So we could throw in some fountains, or we could put in, some buildings. We could also drop in a few rocks, because who doesn't like rocks at the airfield? But You know what else we need? Why? It's tulips. I never... Oh, my poor tree. I'm never sad. Oh, okay, so we completed all non-optional goals by the end of June. And... Wait. We did 250 guests in the park, but we did not do 400 park tickets. So good, so we got that. So we just want to sell more park tickets. So in a bus dropped off a bunch of fans. This ride is broken. Let me pause it, talk about that. So if sometimes a ride breaks, by the way, before I do that, I'm going to put in more tulips. And I'm talking tulips everywhere. I don't even care that it's going into the concrete. Tulips are a favorite of mine. Here you go. Tulips. Oh, this area right here. It just doesn't have enough tulips. There. And, you know what? There you go. And... Yep. We don't have enough tulips. Not enough over there. Okay, great. So I put in a bunch of tulips. But this ride is broken. You can click on it, and then go to the far right tab for tasks, and it says repair the plane carousel, but it's already being worked on by our mechanic, so eventually they're going to fix that. If we want to sell the tickets, we have plenty of time to do that. We need to complete these goals. Look at this. We have by year 2. All right, the Ferris wheel broke. That's unfortunate. By the way, you can go down to the icon in the bottom right corner to see what's going on. And the Ferris wheel has been fixed, and the Twister voucher is still going on here. So let's go ahead and open up some more campaigns. I'm going to go for attraction advertisement, and I'm going to select the wild mouse, and I'm going to say billboards for a month, and I'm going to say attraction for the Ferris wheel. We're just going to do flyers for that one, a small advertising attraction. I'm going to do a plane carousel ad on bus stops for a month, and then I'm going to do a free ride voucher for Gravitron. There we go. So I'm just opening up all kinds of stuff to promote more ticket sales. And if you want to check your progress, you can always click down here. And we already sold 298 tickets, and I could speed it way up, 299. You can move this window out of the way. You can click this to close those and watch as things skyrocket. But look at this. Now we're making a ton of money as more and more people come into the park. And if we want, we can decorate some more. Now this is something we haven't really talked about, but if you want to decorate the ground, you can use the terraforming tool and then go to the second option, which is terrain, and then you can put in grass right here, and you can actually just drag this. So like this runway, there we go. Yeah, you can cover it up, and I will cover it up. A lot of it anyway. So I can put tulips. You see this? I don't want it. Get out of here. There. Actually, you can leave that. Okay. Then I'm going to go F4, and I'm just going to grab some tulips, and we're putting them everywhere. The tree is gone, and I'm okay with it. I want tulips more than I want trees. The wild moose advertisement was 81% effective. That was a triumph. We're at 300 guests. We're losing a little bit, but not much. We've sold 308 tickets. And again, if we want more people having a good time coming in, what we need to do is sell more tickets. We could do that with rides. So let's drop in a ride. I'm going to go to thrill rides, and you could see, look at this. Because of research, we researched the Enterprise, which is an enormous, terrifying ride. And I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to go back down to regular speed. I'm going to click on the ride. I'm going to have the queue be here and the exit be there. And then we're just going to go to pathing. We're going to drop in a queue that goes all the way here, all the way around there. And oh, it didn't work because and again, I always get confused by this on this one. The path is not quite there yet. We need to go like this. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to set this ride and 36.6. So let's just say add, 15, get to 51. Let's just charge $5 for this ride and start it up. Now, I'm going to go to Deco. We need benches all over here. 1, 2, like this. Get some lights. Grab some trash cans. There. And you know what we need? You guessed it, it's tulips. But you know what else we need? It's another airplane. It goes through the gate. We don't care. Now we're talking. People love this ride. Click on the goals. And we've sold 316 tickets. So that's pretty good. I feel like I need a blue plane over here, even though it's in the flowers. It's actually kind of better in the flowers, just to have all 3 airplanes of different colors that we've got. And I don't see enough tulips over here. Okay. So we're doing well. We're making money. And this is just gratuitous, by the way. You don't need to decorate this extensively. It's just something I enjoy doing. And now it's time to check out the decoration. How are we doing? Good, except there's some puke all over this, so somebody's got to clean that. Now, I'm going to pause it. If you want someone to clean it, you can go to your staff, and you can go to your janitor, and then from the janitor screen, you can actually click these tweezers to pick them up, and then just drop them right onto the puke and unpause the game, and then he's going to immediately start cleaning that. And I'm going to go to finances, and we're going to do some campaigns. We got nothing going. I'm going to select an attraction advertisement for our new ride, the Enterprise, and I'm going to go for 3 months, start. I'm going to select an attraction advertisement for 1 month for Impulse, and I'm going to select an attraction advertisement for this for 1 month with bus stops. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do free ride voucher because people love this for the airplane carousel. Free ride voucher for Gravitron. And let's try to get as many people in here as we can. 327. Amazing. And whoa, we went way up on guests right there. That was pretty nice. We're actually at 376 park tickets. How do we look at night? We look good. Look at this ride. This ride is so awesome. Do we have any major concerns? No, these are just advertising campaigns that we've got going. Most people are having a good time here. They think the prices are good. The experience is So We could add some more decorations, get people into it. And hey, one of the decorations you can add is lighting, which is kind of fun. So you can put in like a spotlight, and you could see like this will kind of shine light on the ride, make it exciting. Paper lanterns, wall lamps, that's kind of cool. We can also put in some natural effects. But I'm wondering if maybe we just drop in a few rocket ships. It's kind of on brand. Why not? You like airplanes? You're going to like rockets as well. Tulips. Oh, fine. There. $391. It's happening. We're still in year 1, by the way. And again, you can go to the terrain tool. You can select terrain. And you can select grass if you want to just kind of make all of this grass down here. Get rid of the runway feel. And then drop in more tulips. Because I know it's a concern for everybody. You have a problem? There's not enough tulips? Don't you worry. We'll spend all of our money on it. Whatever we need to do. I'm just madly clicking tulips everywhere. And this is what we call the victory lap. Because we've already won. We're just trying to get this last accomplishment, and we need 3 more tickets sold. Look at that line. Now this is an airfield for the ages. I feel like we might need some more airplanes too. But a yellow one. And we did it. So completing that reward gave us $5,000, by the way, which is just like a nice infusion of cash to make completing the campaign scenario even easier. But we did it. Look at that. By October of year 1, we have a tulip airplane rocket ship infested park. We built out the hangar, all of these new shops. We kind of ran on the 2 calm, 2 thrill, 2 coasters model, and then we threw in an extra thrill that we researched to get to the amount of guests that we needed. And everything is on the up and up. So I want to say thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you're still finding this series to be useful. This time we got to talk about advertising campaigns and, are slowly building up our repertoire of making an incredibly customized and fun theme park experience. Take care.